Hello, hello. Welcome to the webinar tonight. So happy you can come and join us for our summer special. I see one by one people are coming in, so we'll just wait a couple of minutes. Let me know where you're from, who you are. I like to have interactive communication with you. Welcome, welcome. I can't hear you, but you can write to me. Please write to me. You can write in the chat, in the comments, who you are, where you're from, questions as we go along. I love interaction. I love questions. It helps me too. So welcome, welcome. We'll just wait one more minute and then we'll start. Hi, Diana from Croatia. Wow. Hi, Michaela. I love getting in touch with all of you and being together. You know, I like having our webinars once a month at least. We're all very busy, so, you know, I think once a month is good to have the contact together. So, okay, let's start. Let me know where you're from in the meantime and who you are. I love to chat with you. And let's start. Okay, so summer. I love summer. Summer is my favorite time of year. It's relaxing. It's, you know, it's vacation time, but we need to be careful. We need to be careful of the sun. We need to protect ourselves. And let's talk about it. Okay, so, you know, the sun has both positive and some negative effects on our skin, right? And while sunlight is very essential for us, you know, for vitamin D synthesis, it's important for our bone health and our overall well-being in general. Hello, Adriana. But the thing is that excess exposure and not being careful of the sun can cause significant damage on the skin. There are special cameras that they use to X-ray, kind of like, it's not X-ray, it's a special type of camera that you can see your skin. And they even say that, you know, even from a very young age, you can see the brown spots, whereas, you know, they may not come up the surface, but it can be seen with these special cameras and lenses. So, and I know this because my daughter, she went to special, you know, skin analysis. And she had the special camera, and that she's perfect white porcelain skin, etc. And they said, you have damaged your skin from exposure and, you know, burns, and you have brown spots. And, you know, she was really amazed because that's why they always tell us you always have to wear sunscreen. You have to protect yourself. And, you know, many times, especially young ones and children, they want to get burned. They want to get this and that, but, you know, you need protection from the UV radiation. So let's see some of the positive effects of the sun. It's vitamin D synthesis, we know, and it's very important for our bone health, especially as we age and mature. You know, for osteoporosis. So we'll be looking at that, immune function, and in general, overall well-being. Mood improvement, it increases serotonin. Exposure to light improves the mood and the mental health by increasing serotonin, the neurotransmitter of being, you know, happiness. Negative effects, sunburn. As we said, exposure to excessive ultraviolet radiation can induce, obviously, sunburns, and it's red. You get redness, you get painful, sometimes you get blistery skin. That's really dangerous. Premature aging. It's called photoaging, which this is a chronic exposure to UV radiation, and it accelerates the aging process. And we'll be analyzing this with our amazing technology today. Signs of photoaging includes wrinkles, fine lines, loss of skin elasticity, which we'll be analyzing today, and even, pigmentation, like I said earlier, that it can be seen even prematurely, before we age, because once it comes out, there it is. You need other kind of solutions to rectify it. Hyperpigmentation. UV exposure can cause the skin to produce more melanin, leading to dark spots, like I said, freckles, and other forms of hyperpigmentation. DNA damages. UV radiation can damage the DNA in our skin cells, and this leads to mutations and the increased risk of skin cancer. Now, because there's, the UV radiation is even more dangerous than it was years ago. Now, dermatologists even say if you have any kind of melanin, moles and from skin mutations and what have you, you need to see the skin doctor. They say, dermatologist every 3 months. They even say now, not even once a year, to follow up and make sure that you don't develop skin cancer. Okay, skin cancer is a prolonged, unprotected exposure to UV radiation. It's a major risk factor of many types of skin, including basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. And we see these in our matrix. So we're going to be analyzing this as well. Immune suppression. UV radiation can suppress the local immune response to the skin and make it susceptible to infections, and reducing the effectiveness of the body's natural defense mechanism. So, because the body is always trying to recover from burns, so that then, all this effort for the body will have an effect on the immune system. Dehydration and dryness. Sun exposure can dehydrate the skin, and this leads to dryness, flakiness, a rough texture. We need to be drinking more water when in the summer months, and hydrating. I've seen every year new formulas are coming out for sun protection, and I was amazed with this one that I saw this year. It's a new one, a new line, and it's water. It's water. It's like water spray, and it hydrates your skin. It has also hyaluronic and sun protection, and from UV, and it's very light oil, but it's actually water, and it just, the skin just absorbs it, and it's for face and body. It's great. I love it. Heat rash. Prolonged sun exposure, especially in the hot, humid conditions, can create heat rashes, which is characterized by red, itchy bumps on the skin. Now, heat rash is especially, people get really sensitive to the sun, especially if they're under any kind of medication, especially taking 2 or 3 years the same medication. They increase their risk of heat rash. I've seen people get, allergic reactions to the sun. Okay, not to mention there are some sunscreens that also produce heat rashes. So you need to be careful what products you use as well. Okay, but medication does play a specific role. So, people under medication, they should be really careful. They should be wearing their sunscreen, wearing long sleeves, hats, being under the shade, an umbrella. So, protective measures, sunscreen. Okay, at least 30 SPF, at least. Okay, that's the minimum you should be wearing, and every 2 hours reapply. Okay, the more frequent you reapply, the better for your skin. Protective clothing. Wear protective clothing like long shirts, pants, hats, sunglasses to protect your skin from the UV rays. Best clothing is linen. Cotton linen is the best, coolest, and healthiest on your skin. Seek shade in general, shade under the trees, shade under the umbrellas, especially in peak hours of 10 to 4. Okay, this is when the UV radiation is the strongest, so the best time to go to the beach is after 4. So this information is very important to relay and express all this information to your clients to help them, protect them, okay? Avoid tanning beds. Tanning beds emit a lot of UV radiation and can damage the skin, so we'll be analyzing this as well. As I said, stay hydrated. It's very important to be drinking plenty of water, and also, wetting yourself, like either spraying or going into the beach or water, because our body, remember, is, hello, Katerina, your body is like a sponge, right? So you absorb this water. Okay, you need to drink plenty of water and also replenish your body. Regular skin checks. As I said, now lately, latest trend now and advice from the doctors is every 3 months. If you have moles and mutations on your skin, to get them checked every 3 months. Okay, they used to say annual checks, but it's not enough anymore. So understanding the effects of sun exposure on the skin and taking appropriate protective measures is very important. And this way you will minimize the risks. So let's get started and hands-on applications of what we can do. So I'm going to put myself, so since I know myself and I can, understand the information that it's trying to give me. But before I do this, I always like to put the new prayer wheel that Desi has designed for us. Okay, I have put myself on, so let's put the prayer wheel on, and let's the thought of I am healthy, my skin is healthy, right? My immune system is functioning properly, let's say. Okay, organic field. Let's put the functions in there. I love the video therapy. Let's do the super prayer wheel. Okay. Keratoid sinus tap. Need to tap a little bit my keratoid. This will help the circulation to my brain. Okay, life force is 72. Okay, no disturbance there. Okay, so I'll let that run in the background. Anyone interested in the quantum prayer wheel can contact either Desi or Quantum Medical, and you can purchase that. It's a great tool, and it makes your therapies so much stronger. So let's go on here. Would have been great if I had a picture of myself. Let me take a picture of myself. And load my picture. I'm not really good at selfies. But anyways, I was talking. I look kind of funny. Okay, so I'm just downloading the picture that I took, the selfie, and it's so easy. I love our device and how easy it is to, let's load the picture here. I have it in my downloads here. Okay. Last month. I can't do it. I'm working on another. Yeah, one moment. Let me just do it one really quick. A quick thingy here. Or no, I'll do it here. One moment. Sorry about this. This is just technical stuff because I'm working on another laptop through TeamViewer. Okay. Downloads. Okay. Okay. So I got it. Okay. There we go. That was so simple. All you need to do is have a picture readily available, and you just put it in there. I know it's a little bit funny, but it's okay. So when your biorhythm comes up and a biorhythm problem comes up, it's a good idea to do it because it means that, your biorhythm may be a little off. So I'm off a little bit intellectually. Probably it's from fatigue. I'm ready for my vacation and physically. So this is coming up critically, critical levels, liver functioning and blood for platelets, etc., and thyroid functioning. So it is always a good idea to treat your biorhythm because, the Schumann wave, the planets, the full moon, all play a role on your biorhythm. And if your device tells you to do it, you should do it because something is affecting you, obviously. Okay, so having said that, and since we're talking about the skin, remember that, if your liver and thyroid, if your body is in critical physical condition, it'll just won't help, especially when we're trying to rejuvenate our skin and help us being protected from any issues from the sun and the sun's effects. Okay. Everything plays a role. So let's close here and let's close. Okay. And let us load my patient picture, my funny little selfie. I was talking while I was taking it. Anyhow, let's go for that. So, while I'm going along, please feel free to ask me any questions. Some of you may be, advanced users. Others may be more beginners. I'm here to help you in any way. These webinars are more focused for people who have at least taken the technician course and know the usage of all the panels, but, not to say that you can't learn. So, obviously, We're here to help you get better, okay, and understand the software even more and in depth. So, do you want to close? And yes, let's close and let's do our testing. But before I'm going to do the testing, let's open up a little bit the bi-phase hemisphere, since we're doing beauty and anti-aging, and load my funny face and load my little funny face. Look at that. It's a funny face, but it's not balanced. Look how funny this is. Okay, sometimes we do get some funny pictures, but it's important to load your bi-phase hemisphere, especially when we're working on anti-aging, because it'll work on the left and right as a piggyback. This program will be working on the left and right hemisphere, thereby balancing the face geometry. Okay, so let that run in the background. Okay, and let's prepare. And test. So while that's running, let's take a look a little bit at our VAR-HOPE. My VAR-HOPE here, my hydration is good, which is great. It's better than last time. It's at 90%. I have been drinking my water all day, hydrating well because it is hot here in Athens. Oxygenation, though, is only at 83. It's kind of borderline. We do want it at 85. The higher, the better. Oxygenation depicts the health of our blood, okay, spleen function, and in general, oxygenation on a cellular level and in general, in our entire body. So it's only at 83. So something needs to be looked at there. We'll be looking at that. My serotonin level is borderline, but from my experience, average, really, you never get a high number, especially during calibration. People who come here, there's always an issue. It's higher than the last time, so it is good, but I'll get it even higher, right? Average, remember, depicts our serotonin level and in general our brain function. Okay, resistance. Now, resistance, I rarely get good numbers here on anybody. I'm here at 30. So resistance can depict either infections in the body, toxins, psychological like resistance to change, let's say, or we'll see. We'll be looking at that too. The first resonant frequency pattern, which shows us that our neurological condition, it's quite stressed. Well, it's after, it's leading towards the end of the week. After a long day, it's almost 9:30 now. So yeah, let's see after testing what that will give us too. Reactant speed is good. Phase angle 8 is ideal. Phase response reactance is how the orchestra of my body is working, which is fine. And impedance at 1,312 is how the energy and how the electric energy in my entire cellular system and how that's working and how that's cycling, and that's fine. Now, proton and electron pressure is 10 units apart. We want it, the less the better. Okay. We would want electron pressure higher than proton as well. Okay, so there is a little bit of oxidation going on there, and that can affect the oxygen. So, okay, so resonant frequency even went higher after testing, means high stressed. I can say that I am ready for vacation. Who isn't? Okay, so let's get on to what we need to do to prepare ourselves for our vacation and to protect ourselves. Now, what are we going to look here if someone comes here and they want to, and they have skin problems, and you see that something's going on there. So let's start searching the matrix. Let's go to UV. Okay, UV radiation, search. UV radiation. Okay, I'll be UV radiation and search. No. How about radiation? Radiation. Okay, so radiation here, alteration DNA, dysfunction in DNA, replenish metabolism from X-rays, solar radiation, there we go, solar. Okay, so there is a number here, 102, that it appears that I am affected a little bit by solar radiation, okay, and it's affecting my cellular metabolism. Interesting. Now, this year, I haven't gone so much out. I haven't really gone to the beach. I've only gone once so far. So maybe that's why it came out. I was last weekend, one day. So maybe, and I was very careful, but there we go. Still coming up, right? So why don't we put solar here so we can have more of a precise, since it has solar radiation, solar, there we go. So only that one is coming up, right? And it's coming up with a remedy for this issue. Now let's hold it here, put it on the hold tray, and let's do an individual reaction and see perhaps some additional information that may come up. Individual reactions help us test even further so we can get more information. So what this is telling me is that I am reacting 60% to this remedy, okay? And I'm resonating 59%. So it's over 50%. So I can say that, yes, I do need this remedy. Let's go a little bit further down here. It's telling me that I need some herbal therapy. I need to open up my lymphatics, and I need some aconite. Aconite is a homeopathic remedy. So let's see, aconite homeopathic uses. I always like to search here. So look here. Some aconite homeopathic uses can be for heart failure, asthma, hair loss, okay, diarrhea, some other conditions. How about uses for skin? Let's see, for skincare. Aconite is also a disinfectant, treating wounds. There we go, treating wounds. Now remember, sunburns are also wounds. Now I have a wound here because I did a surgical removal of a mole that I didn't like. It wasn't that I just didn't like it. So maybe that's why it's coming up. But whatever the case, okay, this is how we search. And so we can understand why some things are coming up. So let's do some zapping here. And when you're doing zapping, it's sending you aconite. It's helping you open your lymphatics and support your lymphatics. It's helping me, get into an ecstasy mode, more exciting. Maybe my serotonin is a little low. So, and this has to do with the solar exposure or radiation. Okay? Toxic system. Now, my advice here is to detox. Use 3-second energetic zaps because my system is too toxic. So immediately it's telling me, and from the individual reaction, that I need to go into homotoxicology to investigate further of why I'm toxic. I need to open up my lymphatics so to get the toxicity out. Okay. from probably the radiation and help my cellular metabolism, right? So it's the device is always, and the software is always trying to tell us a story. And you have to understand what it's trying to say. Nothing is just spelled out, right? Because it's like this on purpose, because everybody's unique and a story must be told. You have to understand what's trying to be said here and go further in. That's why I love our device. So let's close here, and it says go to 10,150. Let's go there and see where 10,000. Okay, what does it say? Forgive, forget, let go, and move on. Interesting. Doesn't have to do with the sun, but I'll load it there anyhow, because maybe there's toxicity in my system about this, maybe past trauma. Okay. Other things that we can look. Let's look at skin. Skin. What's coming up with the skin? Disease of fatty tumors under the skin. Interesting. Blisters. Warts. There we go. Viral disease against skin with eruption. Warts. Okay. And the lymph. Remember, the lymph is very important to get rid of any kind of toxicity and fatty and any kind of formations on the skin. Collagen. There we go. We need collagen for the skin. As we mature, we need more and more collagen. Okay, I take collagen to help me. Okay, because I am mature. Okay, but you can also. I like to load it here, and the matrix is telling me that I need to support my system with collagen, and we can activate more collagen production in our body, and I'll be showing you this. Let's load whatever it is, get the information first. There we go with anemia. Anemia has to do with that low oxygen level, and that's your immune system. And when your immune system is low, obviously everything is shown on your face. Okay, so we need to take care of that as well. We'll be going into the blood programs. So skin. Let's go to aging and filter. Again, collagen is coming up for aging as well. Okay, so why don't I do an individual reaction on the collagen and see what's most affecting my production of collagen? Individual reaction. Let's see. Get some more information. Dig in deeper. Okay, so I'm reacting. I need my collagen. I'm resonating with it. Okay, long-term homeopathic. I need some treatment. Mineral, nerval, focus mind. Nerval acanthus venom. So, out of curiosity, again, let's go here and say, anything that you don't know, acanthosis, I'm not a homeopathic expert, so venom, homeopathic uses for skincare. Let's see. So acanthos venom is good for mutations, right? And those moles. Okay, they're especially good for skin creams. Okay, interesting, right? That is coming up because I do have some predisposition for these moles. Okay, so it's giving me acanthasin venom. And this will help also with the collagen. My neurological system seems to be affecting my collagen production. Interesting. Everything starts from the brain. So what does that mean? Maybe stress, too much stress. Remember in my VAR-HOPE, 17,000. Okay. So my stress, maybe my unconscious resistance and my stress is causing my collagen level, or maybe either my absorption of collagen or my collagen production to be affected. The story being told, remember. Need to try to understand. So we do 30-second zaps and preparing our skin and our collagen production and sending some minerals and some acanthosis venom to help with these warts and mutations. Interesting, right? It's how the story unfolds, and I absolutely love it. You never know what will come up. That's why, a lot of people say, what would you do for this? There's no specific protocol for anything. I mean, I know we have our protocols, okay, and I don't know if you all know this, but it's great. Let me show you. Showing you lots of stuff today. If you go to the support Quantum Medical EU how-to, okay, Quantum Medical has online a fantastic how to treat, okay, different things. And you can go, let's say, to skin, let's say. Okay, let's go to S for skin. And okay, there are some things that you can follow. They have nosodes, isodes, skin rejuvenation, programs, and different things that you can use. Of course, when you go into the how to treat, you need to know all the panels and how to work them, okay? That's why it's always important to take our technician courses. It's a 40-hour course, and you learn the entire software, all the panels, okay? 90% of the panels you learn in our technician course. So, it's really, really important so that way, when you see protocols, you know where to go with just one word that you see. But anyways, here there is a support quantummedical.eu, and there are some guidelines in protocols that you can use, okay? But having said that, they are helpful, but everybody is also unique. And that's why I like using, other methods and trying to unfold the story. I like the story behind everything. Okay, so 91, good. Let's go to 2756. Where is it? There it is. Cesium, radioactive, heavy elements found in basements and mineral radiation. Okay, well, the environment here hasn't been so great lately, and maybe there is some radioactive elements in our atmosphere. There's been fires as well, so our atmosphere hasn't been so clean. So I'm just loading that. Okay, skin. Did we put aging? We put aging. What other filters that we can use? Skin pigmentation. Pigmentation. Okay, there we go. I do have a predisposal type of chromosome in the 95s that xeroderma pigmentosa is a pigmentation type, okay, of hard skin. I have eczema. Okay, I have a tendency towards eczema. So something's going on there. And there is a tendency, Okay, so I'll just load that here. I can, again, you can do it in individual reaction if you wish and get a story on that too. And what would trigger, let's say, this chromosome, which, by the way, also has leukemia and Wilson's disease and what have you. So the good thing is that, no, I'm not reacting, which is great. But something that would help me is belladonna and minerals and working my blood. Okay? Blood is very important. The good thing is that I'm not reacting. So you get a story out of this. I am resonating towards it because I do have a tendency, but I'm not reacting. Good. So let's close that. And 6285, let's go to that one. Okay. So hydrophilic beta blocker. Beta blockers are usually for the heart. Okay, maybe something's going on there, and in blood circulation and what have you. Remember, lymph is the number one thing coming up for me for aging. So burns. Let's go to burns. Do I have any burn issues? Sunburn is up here, so it's more chronic. Blisters. Eczema, I have that. Skin irritation, so I have a soothing protection for minor burns, preventing. So I need creams to help with skin irritation because I do have a tendency towards that. Okay, that's what's coming up. Now it's telling me that burns, I have been told that why don't I go into the chronic, and I always go into the acute items. Well, acute is not now. Don't you want to? I want to lower my issues. What I have now, I do go into my chronic issues as well. If I've already solved the acute, okay. That's my way of working. Some people have different ways of working. Nothing is incorrect. Everything, anyway, is correct. It just, if you have a logic towards it, anything is correct. Okay? Just saying. Now, if I want to, I did have, when I was young, I did have exposure to excess sun. Who didn't? Who hasn't? Okay? And excess exposure at 45 reaction number, right? 45 reaction number. Let's see something here. Let me show you. If we go into the chain reaction, okay, and highest concern, sunburn at 45. Okay, my last sunburn that I got was at age 47. This is what it's telling me. And it's true. I did get a really bad sunburn around that time. I used this sun protection that really didn't do a thing for me, and I got really bad sunburn there at 47. Okay. The chain reaction is an amazing tool that you can use in many different ways. This is just one small little hint to you of what we have and what we can use. Okay, so sunburn. Let's do an individual reaction on that one too, and then we'll go on to other. Rosea, anti-aging, and sun program. Yeah, it's all has to do with skin and anti-aging and clearing the skin. I would say yes, because when you do have, Diana, when you do have sensitivities towards your skin, you need to be careful in general of UV radiation. Yeah. So UV radiation does increase your sensitivity. We need to be careful. Definitely. So working with our device, you can help with the sensitivity, but whatever the case, even without sensitivity, we still need to protect ourselves against UV radiation. Okay, so lowering that sensitivity is very important. So what I would do is I would do individual reactions on rosacea. Okay, so look here, sunburn. Right now, I'm not reacting to a sunburn, and that's logical. That's why my reaction is 25. I don't have a sunburn. I got a sunburn at 47, but not now, right? But I do need to be careful, and I do need to work on allergies and toxicity of my system, and detoxing the bowel and the liver to help improve the quality of my skin. This is what it's telling me. Okay. And I would do that. So for you, Diana, I would say go to rosacea and search. Okay. And do an individual reaction. Now, of course, I don't know how it'll react on me. Because I don't have it. I don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't. So I'm only reacting at 23 because I don't have it, right? But whatever the case, it's telling me for my skin protection and the good, ideally, to have good quality skin, to control my diet, work on my hormones, okay, and have more laughter in my life, okay. So, it gives us always interesting things and hints of what we can do and where we can work on our device. Okay. So, having said that, I like to always, put the first item on the red tray and a few 2 or 3 items on the green tray underneath to load those into piggyback, right? I've loaded collagen here. I've loaded, different things that came up here in my little blue box. Let's aging again and load whatever's over 90 in my little blue box. Okay, for aging, for elasticity, let's say. I don't have anything over 90, but I do want elasticity. Okay, there. Okay, and skin search, and let me load whatever's over 90 there in my little blue box. That way I have loaded my piggyback and my intention of what I want to be working on, right? Now, you have seen me in previous videos doing my startup and reducing cortisol levels and stress levels by working sympathetic, parasympathetic, and working the startup program and warming up the body. I won't be doing that right now because I want to show you other ways, the main processes of protecting the skin. So, I assume that you always do your startup. how I've already taught you. Okay. So that you can get better results. Okay, what I'm doing right now, I'm in the short circle, and I'm warming up the muscles of my face. So what am I doing? I'm sending blood there, the circulation there, because remember what blood is. Blood is the flow of life, right? So increasing the circulation in the face and in our skin, what does that do? It helps replenish. It helps with injuries. It helps with rejuvenation. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want repair to be over 85 and the highest number from these bottom. Inflammation, infection, and degeneration. May take a couple of times. If you see that it's just not correcting, okay, still there's infection, and you've done it quite a few times and it's still not correcting, you can open up your iridology. Remember, your iridology piggyback is one moment here. Oh. With a webinar, these buttons are, okay, I have got it here. You can toggle on your little PULSAR icon here, and I have my iridology. Your iridology piggyback is in essence the short circuit panel, right? It's the same. So here, let's activate the piggyback of the face muscles, since I didn't get the correction that I wanted here. Okay, if you see that you're doing it over and over again and you're not getting the correction, just piggyback it. Okay, and that way you can support it throughout your entire therapy. Okay, let's go here to skin under miscellaneous RX, skin. Okay, and let's do an unconscious search. So we see certain medications that have affected my skin. I have some inflammation here. Okay, toxic buildup. So let's do some rectification here. Do it a couple of times till we get our repaired high enough. We got it at 92, but we still have degeneration going on. Okay, I haven't been able to correct it, so what would I do? I would go here also to the iridology panel, go to skin, unconscious choice here as well, go to skin and activate piggyback, and there we go, and that's done. So let's go here. I want to do the same with my endocrine system. Why? Because I want my hormone and all my hormones to work properly. Remember, because in one of the individual reactions, hormones came up. So I would do it 2 or 3 times till I get a good repaired number. If I don't, I would load it in my iridology program. Lymph. Let's go to lymph and open up and support my lymph. Okay, do it 2 or 3 times. If it doesn't correct, again, you would go to your piggyback. Either way, lymph is one of of the organs, of the systems that you do want to put on piggyback to help you detox, will help with the circulation. Same with small intestine, and small intestine works your entire digestive system. Okay, and I got it just with the first time. And let's do also liver. Liver, I did it in the small intestine, so I don't need to do it again, but I do want to do the kidneys. Because as I said, we saw somewhere with renal issues, and we also saw kidneys in some of the individual reactions. Okay, so I could do it over and over again until I get a good rectification. I got 75, so it is higher than all the other numbers. So I can close now, and let's go to risks profile, cholesterol, my allergy, infection, digestion, okay, and whatever is over 90. Now, I would also put the blood, and I would also put stress. I would like to do kidney. I'm going to put lymphatic, even though they are not over 90. I'm still putting, they're chronic, okay, and they are issues that I do want to piggyback, okay, and radiation, definitely, since we're working on the UV, right, and circulation to help. Well, quantum biofeedback helps reduce the stress around all the issues. So it will help your body address the issues. Okay. Whatever the case, it will definitely help. And it's your only choice, since you are allergic, Diana, to other these medications. Okay, so rectification at 112. Okay, but let's go into the perverse energy and radiation here, and let's see what's going on here. Now, there are a lot of radiation reactions here. These are not UV though. They're not UV. X-ray is close to UV, I guess. But whatever the case, let's lower these exposures and reactions that we have. Now, what I tell people, not what I tell people, what actually is, remember, reactions are personal and unique to each person. You can have a family, and the family is exposed to the same, radiation situations, foods and lifestyle, etc. And yet one family member can have, let's say, less reactions to electromagnetic reactions than another member of the family. That is because these are reactions and they are unique to each person. Okay? The reactions in our interface in general are not like blood exams that say normal is from this to that, right? It's not like specific. The reactions are unique for each person. So having said this, some people may be more sensitive, let's say, to UV radiation than others. Okay, that's why reducing the stressors in general help the body overcome difficulties and, the stress. So what we do is we treat until we rectify till over 85. Now, I was talking, and sometimes I do things so automatic, and I'm really sorry about that because I wasn't explaining what I was doing. I just clicked once on each one of the items and I loaded them down here so I can do my cocktail of everything that's over 100 and to rectify and lessen the stress on the body. Sorry about that. Sometimes my hand works quicker than my mouth and my mind. Okay, 78. And 101. Okay. So let's zap close here. And what else can we do? Apart from, you all know that I like after that to go into my universal biofeedback therapies and finish up the startup programs and the autoscaler, etc. You can do also primary disease of, let's say, rosacea or eczema or skin burns and do auto zaps and rifes. Okay, you can do that as well. But having said that, I also would want to go to homotoxicology, okay, and let's take a look at, first of all, the skin. Where's the skin? Skin surface. Okay, you always need to do it twice. Close it and click on skin surface a second time. So my skin surface is associated my issues with albuminuria, hydronephrosis, and iatrogenic disease. Now have in mind, I was born a 7-month-old child. Okay, but I'm perfectly healthy. But from a young child and from a baby, I always had issues with my skin. I was very sensitive. Okay, and as a young child, I've taken a lot of medication and a lot of halogens and chlorine and what have you. And apparently there was some prions involved. Okay, let's go further down. Continue test node ISO on the specific organ. So we're doing homotoxicology on my skin surface to get information for my skin surface. Okay, so for my skin, it's telling me I need to be careful with beauty shop toxins. Number one, there's a metabolic error. So chromosome and metabolic error that, remember what I said in the beginning, UV radiation exposure may cause metabolic mutations, okay, and trigger chromosomal issues. Okay, so this is what it's telling me. Environment, that's the UV, and probably toxins in the environment, chlorine and halogens. I do not drink chlorinated water for years now. I've always had filter, but somewhere in the past, I used to. Okay, and there's chlorine. So maybe my sensitivity is from the past and it's still in my on a cellular level, memory. Okay, and this is coming up. Industrial pollutants, insecticides, heavy metals. And there we go with radiation and UV, right? And all sorts of other radiation. Mental retention of toxins, alcohol, alcohol does not suit me. When I do drink alcohol, the next day I will have some eczema. Okay? Stress, caffeine. I only drink 1 coffee a day, but even that is not good for me. I do not take street drugs. I've never taken street drugs, but maybe it's other medications. Who knows? I do have an addictive personality, even though I've never smoked, but chocolate. I like my wine, things like that. But I'm very careful in general. Okay, surgery on tissue, allergies, stomach violation, constipation, and no sods here. So this is a map of me and toxins and what is the story behind my skin issues. So this is really interesting, right? So you can do the top 5 as you would, but always be careful. If it's your first time client, you use it just for information. After the second or third, I do homotoxicology after the third session, okay? Because you do want to warm up your client. Some therapies are quite deep, and you don't want to cause a crisis therapy, okay? But it can be used for information, okay? And you do your homotox. Now, I do want to go into my blood therapies and dark field analysis. Now, apart from my blood treatments and doing my bone marrow for immune, I will do it for 3 minutes until I get my good rectification. But having said that, and after doing homotoxicology and my bone marrow and immune stimulation and blood cleanse here, I would do this. Then I would do the stem cell stimulation. You want to do your stem cell stimulation, especially for rejuvenating and anti-aging. And remember that from here on end, after the stem cell stimulation and rejuvenation, wherever you have anything on piggyback, that's where you're sending your stem cells. So let's open up your body viewer as well. Let's go to the lymphatics, inflamed, send our stem cells there. Let's go to the kidneys to help the kidneys. Okay, total female body. Okay, therapy, anti-inflammation, anti-infection, degeneration. Okay, let's go to skin. Here we have face, okay, and skin repair. Okay, and let those run in the background while you're doing the stem cell. Okay. So you would do stem cell stimulation till your rectification is over 100 and deepening. I'm not going to wait now because I know I want to show you so many things. So let me just end here and close and close and close. We go into aging. Aging is a beautiful program. Anti-aging. And here is a panel that you see what is aging you. What is aging you? What is aging me? I need DHEAs. There's the growth hormone factor. I need a new Nucleus anti-aging formula. My messenger RNA, something is off there. So maybe messenger RNA, very important, are amino acids and enzymes. So maybe I need some supplementation of amino acids and enzymes for this messenger RNA. Okay, virus, some kind of premature aging virus. So maybe I need to look at that in our matrix. What virus is aging me? There is a virus and I need elastin and I need collagen. So what do we do here? Start double clicking. No, single click. Sorry, single click on the items that need to be repaired. Okay, let me just show you what happens. So from 105, let's see where it'll go. Okay, went to 94. Now our goal is to get everything under 90, around 85. Okay, that as a reaction number. These are reaction numbers. It's the difference between the rectification number. So I got my DHA at 94 and I got it rectified to 96. But personally, I would want to take it under 90. Okay, so I would do anything that's over 90. Okay, everything that's over 90 to get it under. Now here, I would work on my chronic issues. Chronic here, telomeres at 66. So for some, my telomeres as a chronic situation has aged in the past. It's not aging so much now, but it has aged in the past. So I would do this one also. I would do my growth hormone. I would do, here we go, the sun and perverse energy in the past. I'm very careful now, but in the past I wasn't. That's why it's 66. Okay? So I would do those, everything that's over 100, over 90, and anything that's under, let's say, that's in the 60s and lower. Okay? And there we go with free radicals and tissues. Our goal is to get these better in number and rectified. Okay, and our goal is also to have the quantic decay as low as possible. Quantic decay means how quickly we are decaying. No, we don't want that. We want this as low as possible. Okay? And when you finish with all that, this may even take half an hour here, right? When you do this, and you would do your anti-aging pulse to lock in whatever you did to reverse aging. And you would do that till you have a rectification of over 100 and it's deepening. You can even leave it on for like a half an hour and get that rejuvenation that you want. Okay? And while that's being done, you could also, do anti-aging therapy. These are piggyback videos and therapies that you can use while you're doing this, and you can see them while you toggle on your PULSAR icon. Okay, they usually play for about 15 minutes, the piggybacks. So you can only do one at a time. Okay, so like if I close this one, you can do anti-aging belief, so I can believe that I'm younger. Sometimes we feel like we're 100 years old. That's a good one to do. Belief. Okay, because so we can start believing that we are as young as we feel. Okay, and relaxation to reduce the stress around aging, DNA telomere repair. These are all, piggybacks. Having said that, things that we didn't look in here in the matrix, we can also look at your telomere. No, teleo. Mir. I'm spelling something wrong. Telomer. Maybe it has it under DNA. Okay, DNA. You can also do DNA, and that will also work your telomeres. Okay, or what else was there? Biological age. Okay, we have biological. If we filter biological age, okay, look what do these mean when these things come up? Here it means that I feel like I'm 90 years old. That's why it's coming up in the red. I feel like I'm 90 years old. Yeah, because I do have a lot of, I truly feel like I'm ready for a vacation and I'm tired. And that's why I feel like I'm 90 years old and it's coming up. It's funny. Okay, if let's say 20 years old came up in the reds, it means that I feel like I'm 20 and I'm energetic. The fact that something is in the red doesn't always mean that it's a bad thing. It could be a good thing too, right? So, have that in mind and just understand, try to read into what the device is trying to tell you and why something like this may come up, okay? So something else that's really, really important and has to do with anti-aging is our Aphrodite and Apollo therapies, which are great. Aphrodite is mainly for women and Apollo mainly for men due to some hormonal differences that may but not to say that you can also use Aphrodite for men, meaning that there's some therapies that are not in the Apollo that are in Aphrodite that can be used. So let me just do a quick therapy. What I meant, the therapies that are not in the Apollo that are in Aphrodite are environmental stress, one, and relief of gravity, two, which is all really great therapies, okay, for stress relief and environmental stressors. And relief of gravity is like, takes the load off a person of the stress and helps with, having lighter feet and feeling lighter. Okay, so here we have skin and hair, right? So I'll just put it for 1 minute so I can show you something. And let's treat. I'm just doing it for 1 minute. If you notice, I put my cursor on the one that was already there and I pressed 1 again. So I changed it to 1 minute. Otherwise, it would have been 4 or 5 minutes if I just clicked on it. Know that they are all pre-programmed. Even though it says 1 on each one of them, they are pre-programmed at a certain time, 4 or 5 minutes, each therapy. But if you actually put 1 there as a number, it'll go to 1 minute, okay? So I want to show you the Aphrodite is really amazing and really a deep therapy that you can do. Works amazing. So let's close this. And okay, here we have our analysis of our VARHO. But let's go into the bio. What did I do? I went into the bioreaction results. Bioreaction results. And it gives us questions with reactions. These are reaction numbers, just like in the aging panel, right? And rectification number. So let's look at whatever is over 90. Whatever is over 90. Does your family have a youthful appearance? My reaction is 92. What this is telling me is that my DNA and what my DNA is like. So in my DNA, there is a small, let's say, predisposition on the youthful. Oops, what happened? Sorry. There is a predisposition of the DNA and the youthful appearance, maybe for aging. Okay, let's go to another one, 95. Do you get your beauty sleep? No, I feel like I need more beauty sleep. Okay, that's why that's reacting 95. 96, does the appearance of your muscle tone maintain itself? Well, I am getting mature, and I feel like I am losing muscle mass. So it's not over 100, but it is at 96. So I do need work there. Does your skin appear less firm and flexible? 126. Okay, I'm maturing too much and I'm losing my collagen. Remember, collagen was coming up as a top matrix item. Here, has your skin's appearance been affected by infections or illness? Apparently, yes. Okay, 123. Does your skin's appearance seem affected by stored pollutants? Yes. So I need to open up my lymph. Okay, 113 here. Does your appearance of your skin respond to good fats as cold pressed and organic vegetable oils? I guess it doesn't. So what do we do? On whatever is over 90, just double click and we're doing therapy on that. Okay, and our goal here, that was 126, is to get a rectification number. The reaction numbers here don't change. Okay, but you get the rectification. So you can click on each one that may affect, so you can help address those issues. Okay, that's that. So I went over with you some tidbits on how to protect yourself from skin and UV radiation and increase the collagen, stem cells, and the youthfulness of your skin, and how to protect yourself. So I want to wish all of you a very happy summer. I'll get together with our team and Peter, and we'll see if we have another webinar in July, and then we'll go to September, have August as a vacation time for everyone. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you. And let me know, write to us what you want our next topic to be. Okay, sending you lots of love. Hope you enjoyed.